Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, the Movie Apprentice, and today I am looking at Yorgos Lanthimos' new film, Poor Things, which finally has come out in UK cinemas this past weekend. This stars EmmaStone, Mark Ruffalo, Willem Dafoe, and Ramy Youssef. This follows the story of Bella Baxter, a reanimated corpse with the mind of a child that is on a journey of self-discovery to discover the world through a child's mind to hilarious results. Before I get into my review, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, click that like button and subscribe for more video reviews like this coming all the time. But without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So Yorgos Lanthimos, he is known for making weird movies. His previous film, The Favourite, I'll be honest, I didn't enjoy that movie, and a lot of you didn't like that I didn't like that movie. So I was apprehensive going into this one because, like The Favourite, the trailer looks really good. I was hyped for it. I heard good things about it, so I was worried about getting burned twice, but thankfully, Poor Things ticked all of my boxes. For starters, this film is just straight up hilarious. You know how they always say, kids will say the most brutal, to the point, honest things. Well, imagine that, but an adult has this mind of a child, so they will say things in this blunt, unfiltered, non-bullshit way, and the reactions of characters across from EmmaStone to these dry, to the point comments are really well done and lead to some really big laughs. This film is just a laugh a minute with its blunt, dry humor. Even scenes that should be a massive conflict or a scary moment or a dramatic moment are played for laughs. Like there's one moment where a character threatens to throw another character overboard, and that character that they're going to throw overboard seems over the moon with the idea of getting murdered today. It's just this dry, blunt humor that works really well. And some of the comedy comes from the naivete of Bella Baxter, as there are moments where she will say something or offer something, and we know as an audience what is going to happen, but she is completely oblivious to the fact of what is going to happen. It comes that in joke that we are let in on that Bella Baxter will likely never become aware of. It is really well done in how well the comedy is played out. The script in this is absolutely incredible. It is probably my new favorite for best adapted screenplay when it comes to the Oscars, because not only is this film just really funny and really quick-witted, but the performances as well really elevate this script to a whole new level. The fancy words that characters would use, and then they would simplify it down a couple of moments later, just in case you didn't quite get it. It is really, really well done. And going into the performances, EmmaStone is now my favorite for the Oscar this year. It was Carey Mulligan before. EmmaStone gives us a very physical performance, and I am not just referring to the sex scenes, because yes, for you anti-sex scene people out there, there is a lot of sex in this movie. The way that EmmaStone just carries the character of Bella Baxter as she learns to walk, as she comes to embrace the new things around her. You see her grow both mentally and physically, but as she is already a grown woman, she has to portray this growth of a person through her physical movements, and I feel like she does it really well. She goes from practically a rag doll in the early stages to carrying herself in a proper fashion for high society. And then once she begins to experience the high life and the low life, she forms her own identity and her own personality. And I really love her dynamic with other characters. Mark Ruffalo gives an evolutionary performance in how we perceive him. We are so used to Mark Ruffalo being the smart scientist that plays the Hulk in the Avengers movies. I know he's been in other stuff, but that's what I recognize him from the most. So seeing him playing this slimeball, cocky, suave individual that sweeps Bella off her feet with full intent of just sleeping around with her, using her, and discarding her, but slowly becoming more infatuated with the character of Bella Baxter over the course of the movie. He gives us a lot of the biggest laughs in this, whilst EmmaStone's delivery as Bella Baxter when it comes to the dry, to the point dialogue, Mark Ruffalo's reactions in this are absolutely fantastic. His facial performance is just incredible, and he's a shoo-in for supporting actor, I would say, as well. And Willem Dafoe, man, I feel bad for this guy. We love Willem Dafoe. This guy's living his best life. He is going into so many movies where he's just having the time of his life, playing the weird character. He will one day get the Academy Award at some point. He will probably get it as a legacy win at some point, because this year with Poor Things, he delivers a fantastic performance. His relationship with Bella Baxter in this, as he plays the Frankenstein that brings the body to life, seeing him as a character keep things bottled in, but when he is completely honest with his assistant, you see there is definitely levels to the performance. Willem Dafoe is just really good in this and probably would have been a frontrunner in any other year, but he is getting outshone a bit by Mark Ruffalo and EmmaStone within the context of this movie. But the cinematography as well, and the work the world creates for Poor Things for Bella Baxter to explore, is really well done. We learn about the world, we see old-timey equipment, but we also see stuff that appears more modern, and how it is depicted when it comes to the backgrounds is almost watercolor paintings. It makes this film visually impressive to look at, but it is never overbearing to the point that you feel like this is all about the visuals and less about the story. This is very much a group of characters in a bright and colorful and unique world. Their own situation is so unique that the flashy backgrounds almost are secondary to what we are seeing depicted on screen. The journey of Bella Baxter is just really good, and I honestly think Bella Baxter might be one of my favorite characters in all of cinema at this point. The innocent way she looks at the world, how she has to experience all these new things, the funny way she refers to sex early on, the way that she will just cut someone down probably without even meaning to. It's just the way she expresses herself is really well done. Her expressions never change too much. She just have the same kind of expression on a consistent basis. But it's the way she'll say, like, your voice is raising and this is irking me in some way that I cannot comprehend. Dialogue like that, how EmmaStone has to carry it out with her vocal performance and her physical performance, is really well done. This is just a fantastic little film. I will say that there are some problems with this. There is a moment in the third act where it feels like Bella Baxter is going for a completionist trophy. It feels like we have seen Bella Baxter go through the main story quest in a video game. She decides at the last moment before finishing the game up that she must go and complete this side quest. And whilst this side quest is over within about 10 minutes, it feels like a distraction rather than a last hole to fill. The film would have been satisfactory without this sequence playing out, and it just felt like a last minute curveball in order to stretch out the runtime and to make sure no questions are being asked by the audience afterwards. But quite frankly, I didn't care about this element. Even when it was brought up, I didn't care about it. I wanted the film to get to its climax. Could just ruin a very intimate bit as well. And I will say that the film does have some pacing issues at times, where it feels like certain segments are slightly dragged out or a little bit too repetitive. Whenever she's experiencing a new part of the world or seeing new sights, that is well done. But it's when the aura of the new sights fades away that scenes start to feel they drag out a little bit too much. And for me, that drags it down for me. Honestly, I was floating between two grades for this one. I've overall gone for the higher grade purely because I just really enjoy this movie. I let my emotions speak to me a little too much with this movie, because if I wasn't thinking of my emotions, this film might have a lower rating. But before I get into that, let me know what you thought of Poor Things down in the comments below. Did you enjoy this? How did you feel EmmaStone did in her performance? And will Willem Dafoe ever get that legacy Oscar? Let me know that in the comments below. And be sure to like and subscribe for more video reviews like this coming all the time. Without further ado, let's grade this. Poor Things was a big surprise for me. It was very enjoyable, very vibrant, very stylistic. The script was fantastic. The dialogue was hilarious. The performances across the board were really well done, but there were some glaring pacing issues. And like I said, there's a final part of the movie that I feel like you could have taken out of the movie and still got the same result. It was a very good time, and I'm so thankful that this time I got what Yorgos was going for within the film. But for me, I'm going to have to say that Poor Things is a great cup of tea. So Poor Things, have you seen it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Coming up on the channel, well, we have The Beekeeper to get round to, as well as The Iron Claw, as well as several other movies. Maybe I'll look into some Netflix films as well, as I want to broaden my horizons a bit more this year. But until next time, everybody, I am Josh, the Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you all in the next video.